What's up, and welcome back to another episode of DNR Sports. My name's Richie, and today I will be going over the NFC record prediction, going week by week, picking each game. Just a little preface before I do all that, I did look at each roster of each NFC East team, and I got an idea of who they lost, who they added, strengths, weaknesses, everything like that. I am a Giants fan, so I am going to be probably a little biased, but I'm going to try not to be. I'm also more... I guess, affiliated with each of these teams rather than every other division. With that being said, as you can see, I already have some games picked here from previous videos. Other divisions, I didn't do the East first. I started with the West, both AFC and NFC, then went to the South and the East, and then I'm going to finish with the North. So if you're a little confused at first, I'm going to go week by week. If I feel like I need to change the prediction, I will do that. But for the most part, I feel like I'm pretty set with what I have. But without making this video too long, I'm going to go right into the NFC East. Starting with the Giants, obviously I have them over the Broncos. I like both rosters. I really like the Broncos roster. I just think the Giants are a little bit better, especially at the quarterback position. I would take Daniel Jones over Drew Lock. Potential-wise, I would take Lock, but as of right now, I think I'd take Daniel Jones. So I have them winning Week 1 against the Broncos. I have the Eagles beating the Falcons in Week 1. I hate the Falcons. I hate what they're doing. They just seem to be completely rebuilding, but not in a way that I would be rebuilding. Eagles, I think they're young, but I think they are talented, and I like their offensive line. Cowboys, Bucks, I have the Bucks winning, just because I like that the Bucks brought back everyone. I think their defense is more solid, but I do absolutely love the Cowboys offense. To preface this video, I do think Cowboys will win the East, but we'll see what happens. And then I skipped over the football team here against the Chargers. I think Chargers are going to take a little bit of time to develop as a team, so I'll take football team here early in Week 1. Going on to Week 2, I have the Cowboys beating the Chargers already. Again, similar reasoning for the football team. I think Chargers aren't completely ready yet. I think the Cowboys offense will outscore them, and I think they'll play pretty well. Going on now, Giants football team Thursday night. I am actually going to take the Giants here. Again, probably biased. But so far, Daniel Jones is undefeated against the football team. I know that they got better, but so did the Giants. And I think that'll be good for the Giants. I think they'll actually come out with the victory here. And then I have the 49ers beating the Eagles. I don't think the Eagles are going to be all that good. I think they'll be in the cellar of the East. I think the other teams will be in more competition. And also, I really like the 49ers this year. Going on to Week 3. Football team against the Bills. I like the Bills. That's a really tough matchup for them. Actually kind of sucks for Washington. But I do like the Bills. They're really solid. I like the Bills there. I actually have the Giants beating the Falcons because I don't think the Falcons are going to be all that good this season. And then Cowboys-Eagles on Monday night. I will take the Cowboys. They are very much offensively superior. If their defense can just play half as good as their offense, I think Cowboys will win a few games this season. Going on, Chiefs against Eagles. Got to pick the Chiefs. They're very solid. I have the Saints beating the Giants here in the bottom on Sunday night. I think that game can go either way, but after taking a look at the rosters and the coaching, I do trust the Saints a little bit more. But again, I think that game can go either way. I do have the football team beating the Falcons because, again, the Falcons aren't that good, and I have the Cowboys beating the Panthers just for offensive purposes, I guess. I don't think the Panthers will be able to keep up. Going on to Week 5, I actually haven't picked this game yet. Giants-Cowboys. I think at first Cowboys will beat the Giants at home in Arlington. Cowboys. I've had the Giants number for a little bit now. I know Giants beat them at the end of last season, but that was without Dak Prescott. I think he will be back. I think Cowboys will be full health, at least in this part of the season. I know Cowboys have been dealing with some injuries, but I think they'll be good early this season, especially if Dak's back. I have the Saints actually beating the football team. I think. I can't speak. I feel like the football team is going to be hit or miss. I do like their roster. Their defense is very solid, but I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is probably going to get them into some issues every once in a while. And then I actually, going down, I have the Eagles losing to the Panthers because I think the Panthers roster is very good this year. And the Eagles are, again, young and looking for some chemistry. Now moving on to Week 6, I love the Chiefs, man. I have the Chiefs beating the football team. I think I have the Chiefs beating everyone in the East. So that sucks, but it's got to happen. Cowboys, Patriots. I think just for the sole reason that the Patriots defense is a little bit better, I'll take the Patriots here. I think they'll be able to keep it close, keep the pass rush coming on the Cowboys, and I think the Cowboys will actually take an L here. I have the Bucks beating the Eagles. Bucks are really good. Eagles are not. Also, it's on a Thursday night. I feel like the experience of the Bucs will be good and help them take this game, even though they are not home. And I have the Rams beating the Giants. I think I mentioned this in the NFC West video. I feel like this could go either way. I know the Giants kept the Rams close in the first matchup last season. I think the game was like 17-10. I think this game will be more higher scoring than that, but I do still think the Rams are more solid, and I think they'll take this game with Stafford at the helm. Moving on to Week 7, I have the Eagles losing to the Raiders. I do not have a high opinion about the Raiders this season, but I do think they'll take the Eagles in this one, being home, and maybe they'll put together some type of solid outing. Cowboys are on bye. I have the Giants beating the Panthers. I think this will be like a defensive matchup in this one. I think the Giants will just squeak it out, though, because they are at home. And finally, Packers football team. It's really hard for me to pick against the Packers when they're at home. But I think this will be probably a tough matchup for Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. But I do have them winning this game against the Washington football team. Going on to Week 8, again, Chiefs at home Monday night. Hopefully it's a fun game, but Chiefs are going to win for sure. I actually have the Broncos beating the football team here. Very good defenses, very good rosters from both teams. I just think the Broncos are going to do a little bit more. They are at home. Mile High is not an easy place to play. So I will take the football team to lose to the Broncos here. I have Eagles-Lions. Man, this is going to be a toss-up. I think I'll take the Lions here just because I'm not sure like where else I'm going to give them a win. I don't think they'll be that terrible, but yeah. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'll take the Lions here. I think both of these teams are going to be rebuilding and kind of at the floor. I'm not really sure what I'm getting from the head coaches of either team, so tough game to pick, but I'll take the Lions because they are at home. And now Vikings and Cowboys both off a bye. I'll take the Vikings here. They are home. I feel like this game, again, could go either way, but I trust the Vikings defense a little bit more than the Cowboys. Obviously, like the Cowboys offense a lot better, but I think Vikings will play ball control. I feel like I'm talking myself into a Cowboys win here. I'm going to stick with the Vikings because, again, also have to tamper my expectations. This is the NFC East after all. Can't get too high hopes about these teams. None of them are amazing, to say the least. Going into Week 9, I have the Cowboys beating the Broncos. I think Broncos could definitely take control of this game because both their offense and the defense, Cowboys offense and Broncos defense are very good. They're very they match up well in my opinion. But I think I just can't trust Drew Lock yet, and I think for that reason I think the Cowboys will take this one at home. Chargers against Eagles. I really like the Chargers. I think at this point in the season the Chargers will be very solid, and I think they'll be able to take control of some games and not choke. I think they choked about 9 games or so last year. I don't think they'll do that this year. Raiders off a bye. I think they'll actually lose to the Giants. Again, not high on the Raiders. I think Daniel Jones will have a good game in this one against a weakish defense. I think the Giants will hold the Raiders in check. And finally, a football team is on a bye. Now going into Week 10, I have the Eagles losing to the Broncos. Broncos at home, superior roster. I feel like it has to happen. Giants are on a bye. I have the Cowboys beating the Falcons, who are not good in my opinion. I actually have an upset here for the football team beating the Buccaneers. Football team's at home. They're both off a bye. I think the defense of the football team will smother the Bucs offense, and I think this will be a good game for Fitzpatrick. He'll come in and he'll lead the team to victory. I think it'll be a nice moral win for the football team. Going on to Week 11 now, we'll start with the Cowboys losing to the Chiefs. Again, I just have everyone losing to the Chiefs. It's maybe Cowboys can pull it off. I think if there was a team that could do it, it'd probably be them. They could keep up with it, but I just don't see it. Moving on now, I have the Saints beating the Eagles. Again, not really high on the Eagles. And I feel like the Saints could keep up with them. I have the football team actually beating the Panthers. Not too far-fetched. I just think it's a matter of football team's defense is better. Panthers probably have a little bit of a better offense, but it's not going to matter in the end. And I have the Giants coming off a bye, losing to the Buccaneers away on a Monday. I feel like that game could be good because it was a pretty decent game last year. I feel like both teams got better. Bucs stayed the same technically, but Giants got better, so it could be a better game. But I do have the Buccaneers beating the Giants. Going on to Week 12 now, I have the Cowboys beating the Raiders on the Thursday night. Again, not really high on the Raiders, and I do like the Cowboys this season. Giants, Eagles. I think Giants are coming different this season against the Eagles. They are pissed. As a Giants fan, I am livid that they tanked and cost the Giants a playoff spot last season. Ultimately, I think it played out well, and it worked out for the Giants. But yeah, man, still can't get over that obvious tank. And then I have a football team beating the Seahawks here. I do think Seattle is a better team in my opinion, but after seeing last year Seattle, how they crumbled in some games down the stretch, especially in the one against the Giants, it comes to mind when all the football team would have to do was just play good defense on a Monday night. I think they could pull this one out. So I do actually have the football team winning here against a good Seahawks team, at least in my opinion. Now Giants-Dolphins, yeah, I mean, it's really hard for me to, I want to pick the Giants. I think this one could be a winnable game for the G-Men, but I think I'll take Dolphins here just because their defense is a little bit better. I think head coaches are probably about the same in terms of talent. I just think the Dolphins' offense is probably going to be a little bit better, but we'll see. I honestly, I could see the Giants definitely pulling this one out for sure. Eagles-Jets, I'll take the Jets here. Again, not really high on the Eagles. I think they're going to have a little bit of a rough season especially against this one. The Jets have a pretty decent defense. Football team Raiders, again, more about the Raiders than the football team. Really good defense for the football team. I think they'll pull this one out. And I actually took the Saints at home here on a Thursday night. I think a short week at the Dome is not going to play well in the Cowboys' favor, and I think the Saints will actually be able to tear this one up against a bad defense. Going into Week 14 now, I picked the Chargers to beat the Giants. Chargers are at home. I think they'll be clicking at this point of the season. It sucks for the Giants, but the teams are not all that great. I think they're probably about a 500 team. I know you can't technically be 500 anymore unless you tie, but I think they're right around that anyway. Cowboys football team. I'm actually going to take the football team here. I think that'll be kind of a sluggish game. Football teams at home, might be a little rainy or maybe snowy at this point. Better defense for the Washington football team will prevail for this one. Keep the Cowboys in check, and they'll be able to take that one home. And, of course, the Eagles are on a bye. Now going into Week 15, Cowboys-Giants. I think Giants actually take this one from the Cowboys. Cowboys took the one at home early in the season. I think Giants take this one from the Cowboys. Football team Eagles. Eagles off a bye. You know what? I think they're going to play them close. This division is so weird. Sometimes they play games very weird. And I think Eagles actually could take this one from the football team. I don't think that's too far-fetched. Eagles maybe starting to come together at this point of the season. All the young bucks starting to get a foothold in this league, and maybe Hurts kind of shows that he is a decent quarterback. Because if they don't bench Hurts last season, at the end of last season, who knows? I think football team definitely could have lost to the Eagles last season. But two of the, I guess I'll call them the underdogs, take the victory in this week 15. Now going on Week 16 now. Again, two interdivisional matchups, Cowboys and football team. I think Cowboys being at home, they'll take this one. And again, I think Giants are coming different. I don't like the Eagles at all. I think they're young. They could probably play stingy, but I think a new head coach isn't going to do well for them. And I do have the Giants beating this one, again, just for the sole purpose that they're on a vengeance. I hope they play nasty against the Eagles this season. All right, so quick intermission. We are back, though, going on to Week 17 now. 2 more weeks left in the season. I'm trying to see where we are. Giants, Bears. I haven't done the Bears yet, so I'm not sure where they're going to be at this point of the season. But I think Giants trying to compete. I think this game's going to mean a lot more for the Giants because if they beat the Bears, that helps with their own draft pick in the first round. So I'm going to take the Giants here. Finally getting over the hump of not being able to beat the Bears in the past few seasons. I have the Cowboys beating the Cardinals just solely off of offensive production. I think the defense will play just not good enough because Cardinals don't have a lot of good secondary pieces. And here I'm going to have the football team beating the Eagles. Again, not really expecting much from the Eagles this season. Of course, I could just be a biased Giants fan. That's definitely probably what it is. But I'll have the football team beating Philly here in Week 17. Now, coming down to the wire, Week 18. It's kind of a crazy matchup here. Again, I'm probably very biased here. But I'm going to take Cowboys. And if I take Giants, they win the division. I think Giants lose, unfortunately, to the football team here. Giants' divisional record will still be better, so they will have the tiebreaker over the football team. But yeah, I think they'll probably lose that one. I think football team's defense will probably be clicking on all cylinders, and I feel like Giants probably just won't want it as much as they will. But with that being said, wrapping up the division, Cowboys are going to take the division at 10-7 with a 4-2 divisional record. I feel like that's not too far fetched. I, in my opinion, think the Cowboys are the best team in the division. Giants coming in at second, 9-8 with a 4-2 divisional record. Football team at third, also 9-8 with a 3-3 divisional record. So that's why Giants have the tiebreaker. And then Eagles coming in at a mere 2-15 with a 1-5 divisional record. Yeah, again, I'm not really sure where to put all these lower teams, at least in my opinion, like the Falcons or the Eagles or even the Raiders. I'm not sure where to place them, because it seems to be that, like, you know, the bad teams are really bad for me, because I don't think they're going to be all that bad. They'll probably, outside of the Texans, be okay, or even win like 3 to 4 wins, have 3 to 4 wins. But yeah, I feel like for the rest of that, it's pretty good. I know football team fans probably won't agree with the 9-8 record, but you guys got to take a step back and just realize that your team's not that amazing offensively. You have some good pieces here and there, but as a whole, if you just take a look, you know, the offensive line is a little bit better than solid, I would say. Outside of Terry McLaurin, you know, Curtis Samuel's the next best, I guess, and then Logan Thomas is, of course, still a transferred, former quarterback transferred to tight end. And Fitzpatrick, you know, he's never really shown that he's been the guy for the whole season, so, you know, I feel like he's going to probably run into some mistakes. But again, that defense is really solid. But yeah, I don't know, I just really like the Cowboys. Outside of depth, maybe, if they can stay, for the most part, healthy, their offense is going to be so insane. It's just the defense. The defense just got to keep them in some games. But with that being said, this is my record prediction for the NFC East. If you guys agree, let me know. If you disagree, rip me a new one in the comments. I feel like this is probably going to be my best prediction, to be honest, outside of maybe a little bit of an Eagles bias, because I do know this division so well. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far in the video, leave a like, drop a comment. Also, maybe subscribe. We really appreciate it. We're at over 100 now, and we really appreciate you guys sticking with us. Turn on post notifications for daily uploads. We're coming at you guys every day with a new video. With that being said, I've been Richie from DNR Sports. Thanks for watching.